Like me, our first guest has his own talk show and he's doing it from home. Please welcome my friend, Jimmy Kimmel.
Hi, Ellen. How you doing? How are you feeling anxious at all? Because you don't look anxious when I see you relaxed in your home.
I kind of, you know me, I don't really go out that often. I don't go to parties. I enjoy being home. I love, the solitude. I mean, I miss obviously normal life. I miss going to a restaurant and doing things. But how are you?
The kids are bouncing off the walls, but otherwise, yeah, there definitely is a silver lining. There definitely is something good about being in the house and looking at all the things that I think I'm going to get done, and then, of course, I never get any of them done. But there is something positive about it. And my wife and I haven't had a single fight the whole time in quarantine, which I think is good. And I think we're both on our extra best behavior. I know I am, at least.
Yeah.
It's because you know how couples have fights and then they'll storm out or give each other the silent treatment for days on end. I feel like you can't really do that unless you've got some kind of giant house. You cannot do something like that anymore.
Yeah, like Eddie Murphy could go into his bowling alley or something, you know, right?
Right.
Right.
Eddie could bowl or play video games.
Yeah.
As far as I've noticed that you are making videos of really not necessarily making videos, but sneaking up on Portia while she's cooking.
Yep. Yeah.
And how has that been? Have you noticed, like, has she gotten good at it over the last few weeks? Cooking seemingly every night? No.
No. No, that's not true. Although she is going out, we're trying to support the restaurants here too, because there are still restaurants. Look, we just went through, you know, the fires and mudslides up here, and all of the restaurants were out of business. All the wait staff, you know, was laid off. Everybody was just getting back to normal. And so we're trying to support all the restaurants. That's what I'm telling her. I think that, but look, she's learned how to cook, which is more than I can say I've done. I don't cook, and she's gotten pretty good at it, but we do want to support the restaurants here too. So it's been a little bit of both. She's been cooking. She's not good at, here's the thing that she's good at. She's good at slicing her fingers. She's good at, one time someone told her to use a mandolin instead of a cheese grater. So she used a mandolin, but she didn't know there was a plastic thing that you're supposed to hold the thing with. So then she sliced her finger with a mandolin. So, because you're a cook, you're actually a really good cook. So I mean, y'all are set.
Well, yeah, we're okay in the cooking department. Is it true that on that same day, because I'm not sure how on social media how it lined up, but that same day that Portia sliced her finger, she was also shocked by the electric fence?
Yes. Well, and one day cool. she was electrocuted trying to pet a horse because she was leaning over a fence and was surprised to her own horse. But
this has been a hellish nightmare.
Yeah, she's definitely, it's safer when she doesn't cook and she just stays inside. What is your go-to, is there a regular meal that you've been cooking, or have you kind of veered off and tried new things?
I've tried a couple of new things, but the thing I cook more than anything is something we call pastatina. That's what it's called at the house. And basically it's cannellini beans, garlic, olive oil, and a little bit of garlic, a little bit of flavoring. And I make a pasta for the kids with Parmesan cheese, and they demand this every day. Every single meal I say, what do you guys want? And every meal they say pastatina. They would eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. So that is our main item of sustenance here at the show. I mean, here at home, rather, the show.
Yeah, it's at your show, yes. Would you do me a favor and send that recipe to me so I can have Portia try that, and then we'll post that and see how she does?
Absolutely. I'll make her a little video showing her how I do it, and then she can see my strategies, my technique.
Okay, we're back with Jimmy Kimmel. Now, listen, I know that you love to go to Costco.
Ellen, what? Andy is peeing in your yard right now. Andy is urinating in your yard right now.
That's what he's supposed to do.
She said I can't use the bathroom indoors.
It's totally fine.
Social distance.
It's going to rain soon. It'll water it all down. So last night, or whenever this airs, I don't know, but when that happened, but playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with your kids, and I thought that was so clever the way you did it. And Jane and Billy are so adorable. I can't take it.
Billy was a reluctant participant, but I do this at meals often, and they love it. I just make up questions, and then they have multiple choice questions, and they have to answer them, and they love it. They go crazy. I mean, and that's when I knew that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that there's really something there, because if you can get a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old interested in it, then you've got a game on your hands.
I love it. So what made you, I mean, I love that show. And how did this come about? When did you decide that you were going to do take on this new job?
Apparently, it was decided for me. I didn't know it. I didn't know ABC was planning to bring the show back. And the guy who produces the show is a guy named Michael Davies, who really gave me my start in television. And so I worked with him on a game show called Win Ben Stein's Money, which was the first thing I ever did. And so he called and asked me if I would do this, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And it seemed as though they had already made plans for me to do it. And I love doing it. Honestly, it is a lot of fun to do. I know you're telling me that Game of Games is a lot of fun for you to do, and that's why you do it. But it is fun. And it's great to be in the position of asking the questions, because it makes you feel like, it gives the idea that you are smart, when really I'm not that intelligent.
I disagree with that. I think you're very smart. But yes, it does put you in that situation of being the person that knows the answer. So you had celebrities. Which celebrity did the best?
Let's see, who did the best? I don't want to reveal who did the best, because it will reveal too much. But I will tell you that the thing that surprised me the most was Anderson Cooper was on the show. And obviously, he's a very bright guy, and he knows what's going on in the news. And you're going to find this shocking. I'm glad you're sitting, because I'm going to tell you that Anderson Cooper did not know that the Bachelor, Peter, is a pilot. He had no idea. He has no idea about really anything when it comes to pop culture.
It doesn't shock me, but I would, you know what? I think that, no, I would have thought he knew at least that. I would have thought he knew about The Bachelor and Peter being a pilot. But, Andy?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you?
I'm resting.
Are you sitting down?
I was actually laying down.
Okay.
I didn't think we good.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just thought you got hurt or something.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back after this. So Costco. You love Costco, right?
I do. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. I go to Costco about once every 2.5 weeks, I'd say.
What did you not plan for this quarantine, and what are you running out of?
Can I tell you something? I'm very pleased with myself right now, because I am, if nothing else, prepared for a situation like this. I buy too much stuff all the time. I've got cans of food. I could build a fort out of the number of cans that I have. I've got pasta. I've got tomatoes. People make fun of me for stockpiling, but nobody's making fun of me now. And if there's trouble, this is the place to be.
Right, except that nobody can be with you.
Except that's even better, you know?
Yes. All right, so when it was announced that there was no prom this year, which is really a shame for a lot of people, they look forward to that. That's a big deal for everyone.
Yes.
You did not go to yours, right?
I did not go to prom. I did not go to homecoming. I was not asked to go to the Sadie Hawkins dance. If there was a dance in high school, I was at home watching The Fall Guy on TV.
So you don't feel bad for people that didn't go to prom, but you think it's character building? Because you turned out okay.
Well, let's see. I think they at least, here's the silver lining. They at least have a reason why they, like my reason for not going to prom was my physical appearance. Their reason is there's a pandemic.
Right. Well, first of all, I disagree with, I mean, I didn't know you back then. I don't know what you looked like back then, but I can't imagine that your personal appearance was in any way the reason that you didn't go to prom. I think you probably just had different priorities.
Well, yeah. I don't know. You know, you're lucky you have short hair, because my hair is now almost completely out of control. I'm doing everything I can. It's like, you remember those Jiffy Pop popcorns that you just put them right on the stove and suddenly they get unusually huge? That is, I'm at the precipice of that at all times right now. And I actually bought a Flowbee. You remember those things from television? They're hooked up to a vacuum and they cut your hair, and I'm thinking about cutting my own hair.
Can you still buy a Flowbee?
You can. There's a company, the Flowbee company, still churning them out. And apparently they're popular now because people know they're going to be in for a while.
Well, I need to, it's short, but, and of course, my roots are growing out, my hair is dark, and I don't know what color it's going to be by the end of this. It's getting very dark. So, but you don't have to worry about that. That's you know, you
Mine's
just need
going
to cut
the
your hair.
opposite way. Yeah.
Well, what do you miss? Do you miss having the studio audience?
I do miss having the studio audience. Yeah, it's strange to, I did radio for 12 years, so I do have some background in no one laughing. Also, I was married for a time and no one was laughing then either, but it is strange and it's a weird transition. I feel like I've made it and I wonder what it's going to be like when we eventually go back. Will it be startling? Will it be like when you did your Netflix special, you went back to stand-up comedy, you probably didn't realize that you wouldn't be seeing anything like that again anytime soon.
Yeah, I can't imagine if, like, I had been working and building up to shooting a special and then this happens and then you can't do it. Like, you know, I mean, it's like, well, it's like everybody. There's all these athletes and there's what's going to happen with all the sports. It's very strange, and you know, I know you feel the same way I do. I'm very blessed that I'm in a position where I'm, you know, okay and safe, and but it just is for so many people out there for so many reasons. It's a very scary time, and I think it's scarier because we don't have a clear understanding of when this is going to end and how it's going to end.
Do you miss giving things away? Like when the Amazon guy comes to your house, do you hand him a bowl or a candle or anything like that?
No, I have a whole bunch of 4K TCL Roku TVs, and they're all stacked up. Anybody that comes by, I give them a TCL Roku TV.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really it's a very strange thing.
I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I said, do you think like this is something that we will, I guess we'll talk to our grandchildren about, or our kids will talk to their grandchildren about that time, or will this become part of our lives? I mean, I really wonder how we will look back at this 10, 15 years from now.
I know. I mean, I think 10, 15 years from now, I hope that we're back to some sort of normalcy. But I think for a while, it is going to be a very isolated existence for a lot of us until we all feel safe and healthy and get a vaccine and figure all this out. Well, listen, you're going to be entertaining people with your show. I'm going to entertain people with my show. I'm going to do Game of Games. You're going to do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And it starts airing when?
Wednesday night. It'll be every Wednesday night on ABC.
Wednesday night. I'm on Tuesday night. You're on Wednesday night. Everybody is going to be entertained by us. We'll keep doing the best we can. What, Andy?
I'm just happy. I'm happy for Jimmy. I'm happy for you.
All right.
I'm happy that you guys are I mean it. I think right now people need to laugh and have fun. And you guys are doing a good job of it with this 3-hour interview.
All right. All right. He just called it a 3-hour interview. I like talking to my friend
like
Jimmy. I miss him.
It's like an Andy aquarium back there.
It's the best. I'm going to feed him at some point too. I'll bring like some tongs and bring him something. All right. I love you. Say hi to Molly, and
love you too.
I'll see you soon.
Please give Portia our best, and I'll send you that recipe.
Oh, thanks so much. All right. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer. And also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing.